Have you ever pondered why we care so much about things that don't truly matter? If your answer is yes, then you're in the right place. Welcome to our exploration of The Subtle Art of Not Giving a F***ck, a game-changing guide penned by the brilliant Mark Manson. This book is a call to arms for a better life, not by caring less, but by caring effectively. Manson challenges us to be unapologetically different. This isn't about being indifferent or dismissive. It's about understanding that being different is okay. It's about recognizing that we don't have to conform to societal norms and expectations. We can carve our own path, prioritizing what truly matters to us. The book is a roadmap to navigate through life's ups and downs with grace, resilience, and a good dose of irreverence. It's about learning to give a F***ck about the right things. Let's delve deeper into this intriguing concept chapter by chapter. In a world that constantly pushes us to try harder, Manson presents a counterintuitive idea. He urges us to consider a different approach to happiness, one that goes against the grain of our current societal norms. This first chapter, aptly titled, "Don't Try," delves into the paradoxical nature of our relentless quest for constant happiness. Manson argues that the more we strive to feel good all the time, the less satisfied we ultimately become. It's a fascinating perspective that flips the usual self-help advice on its head. Instead of pursuing positivity at all costs, he suggests that this pursuit in itself is a negative experience. The constant need to feel good, to be in a state of perpetual joy, can often lead to dissatisfaction and unhappiness. So, the question is, what should we do instead? The answer, according to Manson, is simple yet profound. So, the first lesson is clear: stop trying so hard. What if I told you that happiness is, in fact, a problem? Intriguing, isn't it? The second chapter of Manson's eye-opening book delves into this paradox. He suggests that problems are an inevitable part of our existence. Now, before you start grumbling about your problems, let's try to see them in a new light. Manson argues that the key to happiness is not the absence of problems, but rather a well-defined set of problems. Yes, you heard that right. It's about having problems you enjoy dealing with, problems that challenge you and help you grow. It's about choosing the problems that align with your values and passions. So, in this seemingly convoluted world where happiness is a problem, your job isn't to avoid problems. Instead, it's to find the right ones, the ones that make your life worthwhile. Thus, happiness isn't devoid of problems, it's knowing how to solve them. In this era of exceptionalism and self-importance, Manson brings us back to earth. In the third chapter of The Subtle Art of Not Giving a F***ck, Manson takes us on a journey of realization, a journey that most of us are often reluctant to embark on. He boldly confronts us with the simple truth that just because we are unique doesn't necessarily make us special. You see, in this world of 7 billion and more, there are bound to be others with similar talents, similar achievements, similar dreams. It's a hard pill to swallow, but it is the reality. This doesn't mean we should stop aspiring or dreaming big. Rather, it's about accepting the fact that we are not immune to failure, to mediocrity, to the ordinary. This acceptance can be liberating. It frees us from the self-imposed pressure of being extraordinary, of always needing to stand out. And in this freedom, we can truly find peace. We must realize, being ordinary is perfectly fine. Scene script. Suffering is usually seen as undesirable, but what if it's not? In the fourth chapter of the book, The Subtle Art of Not Giving a F***ck, author Mark Manson takes a deep dive into the idea that suffering can indeed be valuable. It's a concept that may seem counterintuitive at first, but upon closer inspection, it holds profound wisdom. Think about it. We all experience suffering. It's an integral part of our lives. From the moment we're born, we're exposed to the harsh realities of the world. Whether it's the frustration of learning to walk, the heartbreak of a first breakup, or the stress of a demanding job, suffering is unavoidable. But here's where Manson's perspective shifts the paradigm. He suggests that suffering isn't just an unfortunate byproduct of life, but in fact, a necessary ingredient for growth. It's through suffering that we learn, evolve, and understand our values. Take the example of a marathon runner. The rigorous training, the early mornings, the exhaustion, the pain, all these are forms of suffering. But to the runner, it's a worthwhile sacrifice. They endure the suffering because they value the accomplishment of completing the marathon. It's their suffering that propels them towards their goal, giving them a sense of purpose and direction. And it's not just about personal growth. Suffering can also lead us to a deeper understanding of the world around us. It can foster empathy, compassion, and resilience. It can push us to question societal norms, to challenge injustice, and to strive for a better world. So instead of avoiding suffering, Manson encourages us to embrace it, to seek it even. It's in the struggle that we find our strength, in the pain that we find our passion. We need to choose our struggles wisely, for they define us. They shape our character, our values, our very lives. In this light, suffering isn't just a necessary part of life, it's a valuable one. It pushes us to grow, to evolve, to strive for what truly matters to us. As it turns out, suffering isn't just inevitable, it's beneficial. So, what's the essence of Manson's unorthodox self-help guide? Let's take a moment here to distill the essence of what we've explored from the chapters of The Subtle Art of Not Giving a F***CK. Each chapter is a testament to the book's central theme, the beauty of being selective about what we care about and focusing on what truly matters. From chapter 1, we learned the art of not trying, of not being desperate for success or validation. It isn't about being indifferent, but rather about being comfortable with being different and not seeking approval for every action we take. It's about understanding our individuality and embracing it. Moving on to chapter 2, we understood that happiness is not a constant state, but rather the result of solving our problems. In other words, problems are not obstacles to our happiness. They are, in fact, the path to it. We can't escape problems, they are a part of life. It's how we perceive and handle them that makes all the difference. Chapter 3 was a reality check. We are not special. We're part of a vast universe, and it's okay to be ordinary. It's okay not to be the best. Embrace your ordinary existence. It's liberating. Chapter 4 took us further into the realm of acceptance, teaching us the value of suffering. The struggles we face, the challenges we overcome, they shape us, they make us who we are. Suffering is an integral part of life, and it's through suffering that we find meaning and grow. So, to sum it up, the key takeaways from Manson's guide are simple yet profound. Don't try to be someone you're not. Accept problems as a part of life. Embrace the ordinary. Value the struggle. In the end, it's about choosing what matters to you and not giving AF***CK about the rest.